All right, let's talk about the most recent stamina changes in Evil Dead the game. This is based off of what happened in the most recent balance patch, where we saw sweeping nerfs to hunter stamina specifically. So before we even get into the effect that these changes actually had, let's get into the patch notes first and talk about what they actually nerfed. The first thing is hunter stamina regeneration got changed from 35 stamina points per second to 20 stamina points per second. That's just a baseline nerf across the board to all stamina, or to all hunter stamina. Stamina upgrade level 4, that's your pink F upgrade in game. The stamina cost reduction percentage got changed from 50% to 40%, so a 10% decrease there. And then right here, staying power level 3 changed from 25% to 15%. That is the perk that increases overall stamina that is only available on hunters. So the level 3 got changed from 25 to 15, 10% decrease. Level 2 and level 1 of staying power remains untouched. So let's take a look at what this actually impacted. First of all, if you take a look at base, now base is what I consider your total number of dodges if you have your pink F upgraded in game all the way. If it's maxed out 5 out of 5, this is how many times you can dodge. It used to be 4. You used to be able to do 4 dodges. It would use up your entire stamina bar, but you got 4 dodges. Now, with the new patch, you get 3 dodges, and there's a tiny little bit of stamina left over. And this is with no perks equipped that increase stamina or reduce the stamina required to dodge. It doesn't use any stamina-based perks. This is how many dodges you get. You now only get 3. Which is 1 less dodge, which is fairly significant, because that means now you cannot dodge a full 4-hit combo at base. And the reason that is significant is that it's going to make it even harder for new players who are getting into the game, because if you're playing a level 1 Kelly, you only get 3 dodges at base. So that means you even if you're really good at dodging, you're not going to be able to dodge an entire combo from like a basic possessed unit. But that is not the most significant nerf. The most significant nerf is that if you look up here, it used to be that if you had 25%, whatever that perk is called, let me check it out. I'm on the wrong page here. Staying power. If you had the original 25% staying power fully maxed out 3 out of 3, and you had Artful Dodger fully maxed out 3 out of 3, it used to be that you would get 7 total dodges if you did that. So 7 total dodges, and if you took only level 1 of staying power and went with 5%, you'd get 6 total dodges. So it was basically identical, the amount of stamina that you had left, except you got 1 extra dodge. Now, with the new changes, if you fully max it out and put 3 out of 3 points into staying power and have 15% stamina, then instead of the old 25%, now you only get 5 dodges. And with level 1 remaining unchanged, if you only put 1 point into staying power, you still get 5 dodges. So now there's basically no reason to put extra points into staying power. Now, I want to say this. I want to make a note of this, because if I don't, I know somebody in the comments is going to say this to me. Yes, it does increase maximum stamina overall, and there are uses for that outside of just dodging. It means that you can sprint for longer if need be. It means that you will have more stamina left over after you're done dodging, which means that when your stamina regenerates, you're going to have more stamina and potentially be able to dodge an extra time after that. I'm not talking about that, okay? We're just talking about dodges right now. If you care about getting an extra 10% of stamina, if that matters to you, then you can put points into it. I personally don't think it's that relevant. So we're just talking about dodges right now. Before, though, it was clear and obvious what the benefit was. You got an extra dodge if you fully max both perks. Now you don't. Now you get the same amount of dodges either way. So it gives you even less of a reason to max out staying power, which is pretty interesting. And one other thing I wanted to make note of, just in case I didn't make note of it in my last stamina video, is that if you look over here at all the other classes, first of all, none of the other classes are impacted by any of these stamina changes. They are the exact same as they used to be. But I noticed that I didn't put like an Arthur down here, so I wanted to make this clear. Supports and leaders have the exact same amount of stamina. They have the exact same stamina upgrades with Pink F in game, and so they get the exact same number of dodges and have the exact same amount of stamina left over when they're done dodging. Now, if you put 1 point and get 15% in Artful Dodger, that gives you 3 dodges, which is the maximum number of dodges you can get on either a support or leader class. And if you actually look at it in game, you could see that you could put another point in there just to give you an extra 5% increase to 20. There's really no reason to do that. It will not give you an extra dodge. So it's, for the most part, a waste of a point. All it's going to do is still give you 3 dodges, but with a tiny little sliver of excess stamina left over when you're done dodging. So you should always put 1 point into Artful Dodger to give yourself a 3rd dodge. That's huge for both of those classes, but you don't need to put 2 points in it. For warriors, they're a little bit different. Warriors only get 2 stamina upgrades in game with Pink F. If you look here at base with their stamina fully upgraded in game, they only get 1 dodge, which is really sad. They only get 1 dodge here. Fully upgraded, and if they put 2 points into Artful Dodger, or actually, I think it's 3. Let me check for you real quick. Let's just make sure it is 3. Okay, so if you put 3 points into Artful Dodger and get the full 35% stamina cost reduction, you get 2 dodges. But if you only put 1 point into Artful Dodger and get that 15% stamina cost reduction, you still get 2 dodges. And as you can see, the only difference is a little bit of stamina there. So again, you really only need to put 1 point in Artful Dodger and you're going to get the same amount of dodges either way. So just wanted to make that clear so you don't waste perk points that you don't need to be using. So that's how it impacts the number of dodges you get. The other significant nerf to hunters on this patch is their stamina regeneration. I'll show you right over here on the display capture. Let me get out of the way. You'll take a look at up top here is Ed Getley, and his stamina regeneration is what it used to be. And Kelly down here is what the stamina regeneration is now. Now, if you look at how much stamina they actually have on their bars, it's a little bit off. Kelly has a little bit more than he does. However, I promise you that the stamina regeneration starts at the exact same time for both of them because I went frame by frame and made sure that. However, it's just a little bit off by just a tiny little sliver just because Kelly has a tiny little sliver more stamina than Ed does. But here, if you look at it, boom, you see right there, Ed is now full. He gets completely full right there. And you can see where Kelly's at the bottom. So it's pretty significant. Like Kelly has quite a bit less stamina regenerated than Ed does. And so what does that mean? Well, that basically means that in the past, if you were able to dodge a full 4-hit combo from like a possessed basic or a boss, then you could backpedal and your stamina would regenerate so quickly that you could get back all that stamina that you just used to dodge that combo. And then you could dodge the next combo. So effectively what it meant is you could dodge forever. You could basically dodge forever without getting hit. You can't do that anymore. With the new patch, you don't get back all the stamina that you just used to dodge a full hit combo in time before the demon player can use their next combo. And so what that means is that eventually, like, you do get some stamina back, but you don't get all of it. So eventually you're going to get hit. Eventually you're going to run out of stamina and not have enough time to regen everything and avoid all the attacks. You're going to be able to dodge less and less with each combo until eventually you're just getting hit over and over. So that's basically what that means. And I also want to make it clear, this does not take into account anything in regards to like animation canceling, dodge canceling, or combo extensions on the demon side. Like, I know that there's a ton of things that demons can do to like break out of the last hit on their combo so that they can start the next hit even sooner. I know there's tons of dodge canceling. Like, with the most common one is Warlord and the Puke, and being able to dodge out of that. This doesn't take any of that stuff into account. This is just talking about a basic 4-hit combo, and then after the 4 hits, the unit is standing there and is waiting until they can attack again, and how much, you know, stamina you can regenerate between the end of that combo and the second they can start up the next one. So that's all we're talking about there. All right, we're in the right spot. Yeah, so here's the numbers again if you want to see them again. Again, I'm not making this video to like talk about my opinions on the balance or anything. This is just to deliver the news to you, deliver the facts to you on how all these stamina changes actually affect dodges and all these other numbers. So I hope this video helps you, especially with your builds, and hopefully you don't waste points that you don't need to be wasting. I know there are probably a lot of people out there who did have both those perks maxed out to give themselves 7 dodges. And hopefully if they see this video, they will now know, hey, you don't need to waste 2 perk points on staying power anymore. You can put those somewhere else. So yeah, if this video helped you, let me know. Like the video, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you want to talk about the balance of the newest patch and the stamina changes, go ahead and comment below and let me know what you think. But as always, I hope this video is informative and that it helps you. Thank you all for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end of the video here. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.